Hey guys, this is Sparrow. Welcome back in another video. In this video, we are going to see what is information disclosure vulnerability. Also, we have hackerone reports. We will be discussing that in the end of the video. Okay, let's begin the video. What is information disclosure? Information disclosure, also known as information leakage, is when a website unintentionally reveals sensitive information to its users. Depending on the context, website may leak all kinds of information to a potential attacker, including data about other users such as usernames or financial information, sensitive commercial or business data, technical details about the website and its infrastructure. The dangers of leaking sensitive users' business data are fairly obvious, but disclosing technical information can sometimes be just as serious. Yes guys, although some of this information will be of limited use, it can potentially be a starting point for exploiting an additional attack surface which may contain other interesting vulnerabilities. The knowledge that you are able to gather could even provide the missing piece of the puzzle when trying to construct complex high-sensitive attack. Occasionally, sensitive information might be carelessly leaked to users who are simply browsing the website in a normal fashion. More commonly, however, an attacker needs to elect the information disclosure by interacting with the website in an unexpected or malicious way. They will then carefully study the website's response to try and identify interesting behavior. Some basic examples of information disclosure are revealing the name of hidden directories, their structures and their contents, robots.txt file or directory listing, providing access to source code files via temporary backups, explicitly mentioning database table columns name in the error message, unnecessarily exploring highly sensitive information such as credit card details, hard coding API keys, IP address, database credentials, and so on in the source code, hinting at the extent or absence of response, usernames, and so on via subtle difference in application behavior. Okay, so do information disclosure vulnerabilities, how they arise, what is the cause? Information disclosure vulnerability can arise in a countless different ways, but these can broadly be categorized as failure to remove internal content from public content. For example, developer comments in markup are sometimes visible to user in the productive environment, insecure coding, insecure configuration of the website and related technologies. For example, failing to disable debugging and diagnosing features can sometimes provide attackers with useful tools to help them obtain sensitive information. Default configuration can also leave websites vulnerable, for example by displaying overlay verbose error messages. Flawed design and behavior application, for example, if a website returns distant response when different error states occur, this can also attackers to enumerate sensitive data such as valid user credentials. So guys, what is the impact of the information disclosure vulnerability? Okay, this vulnerability can have both a direct and indirect impact guys, depending on the purpose of the website and therefore what information an attacker is able to obtain. In some cases, the act of disclosing sensitive information alone can have high impact on the affecting parties. For example, an online shop leaking their customers' credit card details is likely to have severe consequences. On the other hand, leaking technical information such as the directory structure or which third-party frameworks are being used may have a little bit to no distinct impact. However, in the wrong hands, this could be the key information required to construct any number of other exploits. The severity in this case depends on what the attacker is able to do with the information. So, how to access the severity of the information disclosure vulnerability? Although the ultimate impact can potentially be very severe, it is only in the specific circumstances that information disclosure is a high sensitive issue on its own. During testing, the disclosure of technical information in particular is often only of interest if you are able to demonstrate how an attacker could do something harmful with it. For example, the knowledge that a website is using a particular framework version is a limited use if that version is fully patched. However, this information becomes significant when the website is using an old version that contains a known vulnerability. In this case, performing a devastating attack could be as simple as applying a publicly documented exploit. It is important to exercise common sense when you find the potentially sensitive information is being leaked. It is likely that Minor technical details can be discovered in numerous ways on many of the websites you can test. Therefore, your main focus should be on the impact and exploitability of the leaked information, not just the presence of the information disclosure as a standalone issue. Yeah, the obvious exception to this when the leaked information is sensitive, that is warrants attention in the own right. Here we have 3 reports to information disclosure vulnerability. First one, developers' websites are easily accessible, leading to massive information disclosure. Here the developer not secured the subdomain leads to the information leakage. Also, developer uses admin has their own credentials, which is vulnerable and easy to brute force. The impact of this report is massive. Email record, also get users password combination and login to this website, etc. This issue, the report is resolved and the researcher is rewarded with $300 bounty. Second report, file name and the folder enumeration. This is an simple enumeration leads to configuration file visible like cube.csv. Here we have request and response code for POC. This issue, the report is resolved and the researcher is rewarded with $500 bounty. And the last report, gain access to random information via group chat about property. This vulnerability based on unfiltered size of data in about field in case when data length stored in about field is more than 216. For example, payload is 65537, server will return the payload with additional suffix with random information. The size of the suffix is increased with the size of the payload. Unfortunately, researchers not detected the origin of the bug, but it's looked like chunk of memories. Researcher gives us the POC request and response and rewarded with $1,000 bounty. These reports will be given in the description to give you a reference. Check it out guys in the description. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also share your view in the comment section. If you have any doubts, ask in the comment section. Although if you want any further videos, don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. We'll be work hard to give you a perfect videos and also your interesting videos on this channel. This is Sparrow signing off. Have a nice day. Thank you guys.